Hey, this is Max with the Guitar Center. We're here at NAMM 2024, and we just stopped by Darkglass booth to talk to our friend Marcos about two exciting new amps they've got coming soon at Guitar Center. Marcos, how you doing?
Very well. Thank you for coming, man. We're super happy. We brought to this NAMM 2024 lots of news, and in this case we're checking our first combo line, and here we're going to be checking the digital 210 with 500 watts and the analog 112 also with 500 watts. So super happy with the outcome. Very happy that you guys came by.
So first combo amps, as you just said, digital one. Let's talk about that first. There's a little bit going on under the hood there.
There's a lot of things happening here. I think that every single trick we've learned during these years, we put them there. So on this one, what you have is a fully presettable combo. You can add any distortion, any iconic Darkglass distortion like the B3K, like the Alpha Omega or the vintage Microtubes. It has a compressor where you can select whether you put it at the beginning of the signal or at the end of the signal, and that's something that we get a lot, where should we put the compressor? So we made that selectable. It has an octaver with physical knobs as well, and we're super happy actually with the algorithm of the octaver because it really tracks very fast. So octaver on board, all those distortions, the EQ, 6-band EQ, fully presettable as well, because you have 5 presets here with a MIDI foot switch, so you can select exactly how do you want to preset your EQ settings. It has USB audio interface, it pairs with Bluetooth with our app, so it also streams music. It's a built-in tuner. You can select the tweeter level. You can add up to 7 slots for impulse simulations, the cabinet simulations. And I may be forgetting about something, but it packs a lot. So we're super happy with the outcome. And we actually feel that this is what any professional bass player at a gig would need.
A lot of amp here. This is really offering basis, what guitarists have probably started to take for granted for years now.
Absolutely. And to me, that was kind of a foundation stone. It's like we bassists, we are always looking at the gear that guitarists have and like, why can't we have something like this? And this is our take. This is our take to give all the bassists an array of options that should cover everything. For those bassists who think that the digital proposition is a bit too complex, it's too much, we also have a very straightforward proposal on the analog line, which is a 4-band EQ where you can cut or boost your mid frequencies, onboard compressor, external speaker connection, a lot of headroom, 500 watts, it's a lot, so we're super happy also with a very simple proposition, but yet very powerful.
For people that might be new to the world of Darkglass, how would you describe the sound of what a Darkglass amp is going to offer?
The way we always try to approach our creation is like, it has to cover them all. So that foundation stone is the clean sound. The clean sound is always super flat. We actually do not color much, but what we give you is a 6-band EQ or a 4-band EQ that you can cut or boost. And from there, you can create yourself whatever you need. That's why we have so many coloring. That's why we have so many distortion flavors. So the idea is to be super versatile. And that's what I think we are aiming for. So
I just want to say, as we were moving these around, setting up our shot, this digital amp is very lightweight. I think gigging bassists are really going to appreciate it.
It is. And one of the things we have to take a few compromises, and this is worth mentioning, is I wanted them to be smaller, more compact, but then we were missing the low end. And we are bassists. And more we're playing with a 5th string, and it's all about the low end. So on these combos, the low end is very powerful, very clear, and that was what it was really important for us as well. So it's all about the low end.
We've talked specs, we've talked weight, we've talked about the key differences between the digital versus the analog amp. Let's actually hear what they sound like. So let's start with the digital first.
Perfect, let's do it.
So that sounded great. Let's have a listen to the analog one. The analog one sounded fantastic. All that said, when can players start expecting these on GuitarCenter.com or at their local GC?
So we're shipping these by the end of March. So late April, everybody should be seeing these combos already in the stores.
All right, well, Marcos, thank you so much for your time. For those of you at home that want to learn more about Darkglass and their exciting new products shown here at NAMM 2024, head on over to GuitarCenter.com or stay tuned on our YouTube channel.